Okay, how should we title this video? What is the best title? How to really progress in life? Why you're not getting where you want to go? How can you get there faster? How do you get out of a rut? How do you get out of laziness? How do you advance yourself? How do you kind of get out of any negative thought patterns that you have? Maybe just accomplish things so much faster. Actually move towards your goals. Get out of this hamster wheel of negativity or things not working out. If something goes wrong, how do you quickly recover from that and actually change paths and go towards a direction that you've always wanted to go? I don't know how to really intro this video, but essentially I'm going to be telling you 11 things that you can do to really change your life. And I mean, I'm serious. I really am serious. That's the whole point of this channel, is to change your life, to become the best version of your beautiful womanly self. And these things, I do all of these. My mentality dramatically shifted over 2 years ago when I discovered online business and how to really change my thoughts. I discovered that the more control you have over your thoughts and the story you tell, your life begins to unfold in front of you. Essentially, what I want to say is, what story are you telling yourself? What thoughts are in your mind? What are the people around you saying? What are you listening to? That's going to be the governing topic as we go through these 11 things. You have to replace your thoughts. If you have negative thoughts, if you have even thoughts that are not even bringing you to that direction, then don't have it at all. And I know it's easier said than done. That's why the goal is going to be to fill your mind up with any possible other thing you can, except for those limiting thoughts, except for those limiting beliefs, to disattach yourself from the people that are telling you these negative things. If your thought is not getting you closer to your goals or to where you want to go, then you must not think it. So I know it's hard, but that's why I have these 11 things of what you can do, and we're gonna get through them. Essentially, just replace your thoughts. That's what our aim is. It's harder to control them, but it's easier to replace them because you can only be thinking of one thing at a time. And if we're thinking about this, we won't be thinking about that. So the very first thing I want you to do, and this will get you out of any ruts, and I know because I've had my fair share. You know, if it's a day you're feeling sluggish, these things pretty much always work, especially if you do all of them. The first one is when you wake up, and this is easy if you do it instantly, because later it's harder to kind of do it. The first 15 minutes that you're awake, take your phone, go into YouTube, put in meditation music or kind of high frequency music, put a timer on for 15 minutes and close your eyes and visualize, okay? There's different types of meditations that I love to do. I will make a separate video about that. But for starters, the easiest thing I found to do and the quickest thing that uplifts me from anything is to just think back to pleasant memories that you've had throughout your life. Think of one for kind of every area of your life. When did you feel the most healthy, the most energetic? When did you feel the most prettiest, the most sexiest? Maybe you love the feeling after a hair appointment. I mean, I do. When I get my touch-ups, you know, I just love how pretty I look after, because the highlights, I just feel like my face is glowing. I love when my skin is clear and, you know, I wake up and I feel refreshed. I love getting a good night's sleep. I love when I run and I barely feel like I've exercised. I love when things come with ease. I love when I wake up and I see sales in my business that I didn't expect. I love when things work out easier. It was so much fun taking that vacation last year. And they don't have to be dramatic things. These amazing things, they just really shift your kind of mind into really positive things. So I suggest you spend 15 minutes, and seriously, after you do that, and you will literally feel yourself uplifting, then you can start to visualize the things you want to do. Say, okay, I'm not here yet, but this is what I want. And now that I'm on this positive kind of rotation of thoughts, it's so much easier to start thinking about other things that if you're kind of like grumpy and not in a good mood, you can't just be like, I want to make this much money. But you don't really feel that way, right? So the most important thing is feeling. So the easiest way to get into the feeling is to rely on those emotions. And the best way is to actually think back to times where it actually happened for you. Okay, the next thing is, I love doing this, and that's journaling your problems away, journaling. You can do this on a notebook. try doing it on a notebook, but I feel like sometimes I have these complexities I want to work through, and for me it's easier to type it out. So I literally open a Word document and I type, and essentially what that does is you're giving yourself a therapy session. You're typing in all the worries you have, what's bothering you, because if you don't talk about it, it's gonna eat you away. So just type out the problem, and every single time I've noticed this works for me is when I do this, a solution always comes to me of why I'm feeling this way, what I can do to improve it. So if I feel like really irritated and it's like, why am I feeling irritated? Is it because this? And then I find out, oh yeah, and you know, because you feel that scratchy feeling when you actually hit the problem area. So you think about that and you're like, oh, this is probably what I want to change. And then you can actually do steps to change that. And you are more kind of aware of what's bothering you, what areas of your life you need to work on. I suggest that. Next, I suggest writing down your goals, or kind of more on paper visualization, whether you want to actually say, I want to do this, and you can tell it in a colorful story, maybe kind of the same as living it in the present moment. You can type it out or write it out, but essentially when you've put yourself in a positive mindset by thinking of your past good things and you get away of anything that's irritating you, now you can really focus on what's uplifting you and what you want to go to, what direction you want to go to. So it's a lot easier to kind of think about or write down your dream life when you are not thinking about the problems. And that really helps you not only write down your goals and see them on paper, but also get excited about the things you want, especially if you describe them in a colorful way as if they were already happening. Next is, I really suggest, this is number 4, is listening to only happy music. Who also grew up with sad breakup songs? Some songs are just kind of a little bit depressing. You'll notice the more you listen to them, you get kind of sad, and that's the whole point. The artists try to get and pull on your heartstrings, but if you're already in a lower energy, you don't really want that. You want to be positive. So listen to empowering songs with high beats that just make you more energetic. Don't listen to those long, dragging out heartbreak songs. Just cut that out. But music is a great way to uplift yourself, especially if you're really struggling already. Just listen to those upbeats, you know, put on some pop music and enjoy that. Next is audiobooks. I love these because every time I'm doing the dishes or the laundry or even my makeup, it's the most easiest way to kind of like submerge my mind into something. And again, the whole point is, if you have negative thoughts that are getting you away from your beliefs, the best way to do, even if you have them throughout the day, just make sure something's always in your ear. Put in your headphone, and unless you're working or something, either be listening to music, audiobooks, whatever, but just have that playing all the time, because you're gonna be forced to listen to just that. And if you do that day in and day out, you'll notice that those are the only thoughts your mind has to work with, and they're only good ones. So you're naturally going to be gravitating towards a better place. It's literally impossible to be in a bad mood when your mind is being literally cluttered in a good way with just positive thoughts. So audiobooks is great. I have Audible, and I have so many books on here. I mean, there's so many good ones. Whatever kind of field you're in, I do have many I can recommend. Maybe I should go through some of them. Okay, but again, this doesn't have to be my recommendations. Whatever you're interested in, if you're interested in arts or whatever, listen to books about that. But I love personal development books. I love business books. I love law of attraction books. Some of the best law of attraction ones are by Esther and Jerry Hicks. Law of Attraction, just look up Esther and Jerry Hicks. Any of their books is great. The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Beep. That's a good one, actually. Psycho-Cybernetics, I like that one. The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. I like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I like Money and the Law of Attraction, again by Esther Hicks. Ask and It Is Given by Esther Hicks. What's another one, a good one? The John Maxwell book. What is that one called? I have it on here, I just don't remember. Oh, No Limits, that's a good one. I mean, I can go on and on and on, but that's just a quick little snippet. Think and Grow Rich, if I said that already. Anyways, those are some good recommendations if you have no idea. Next is podcasts. I love these too. It's the same as audiobooks. Just make sure to fill your mind with anything. I love business podcasts So there's so many of them. I mean, there's literally many. So type in whatever topic you want into the podcast and really see if you can resonate with a person, a female, a male, whatever the topic of your choice is. Though that's always really great. Next is, let's talk about YouTube. I'm just giving you suggestions of things you can replace your thoughts with. Go to YouTube and type in Abraham Hicks. Again, it's by Esther and Jerry Hicks, but it's type that in, and what you can do is actually type in Abraham Hicks and whatever you're suffering with, like Abraham Hicks money, Abraham Hicks relationships, any topic, Abraham Hicks depression. She'll have a topic on that. So it's my favorite thing. I listen to it at least one video clip a day. It's like they're anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes long. Every single one is amazing, and I even listen to many a day. Amazing stuff. It really begins to change your mindset. Let's talk about some other things. Moving is important. Exercising, even if it's going on a walk, that's really going to get your body flowing. And I really suggest that if you don't know where to start, just start with walking. Start with anything. You will notice a significant difference, and the hardest thing is just getting your socks and your shoes on. Honestly, that is the hardest thing, because once you start and after it, you will say, I can't believe I was not active. That's how I feel every time I haven't worked out for kind of like half a week or even a month, which now thankfully happens very rarely. I love working out. When I stop and then I regain it, I say to myself, how did I even ever stop this? You want to get to that point. And the last two things, the one thing is, make sure you're in a clean environment. Clutter really weighs heavily on you, whether it's your makeup counter, and I know as girls that tends to happen a lot. Just reorganize things, keep everything tidy, because it consciously does clutter your mind and it puts you more in a negative thing. So pop in those earbuds, do whatever situation you're doing, and tidy things up. You'll notice how much more clarity you have. Okay, and then the last important thing, once we're already putting our mind to all of this, do one thing every single day that will get you closer to your dream life. A lot of people say you have to hustle and not sleep and sleep deprive yourself. That's not true. That's gonna make you more depressed and not happy. What you wanna do is, even if it's a small thing, do it, and it will build momentum. It's like you do it for a little bit, you want to do it more. And if you're flooding your mind with all these positive things, you will notice that you will get inspired action. So you will get these ideas of, oh, I want to do this in relation to my career or exercise, or maybe I should buy some dumbbells, or maybe I should sign up for a kickboxing class. You'll get these, and they're not random. It's the world and the energy and kind of the vibration you're on that guides you towards those things. And doing all of these things above will dramatically change your life. You will literally have no room in your life for negative thoughts. And if you do get these thoughts, you know, sometimes they say idle hands are the devil's workshop, and that's the position I don't want you to be in. And it's very easy to get into that position. If you're kind of watching Netflix movie after movie after movie, it really deteriorates your brain, and you think you might be relaxing, but you just feel like, for example, me, even sometimes after watching one movie, I just don't feel that great. I'm like, maybe I should have been reading a book. It's not that I feel guilty, it's I feel like my brain is weakened. And especially if you do this for several hours a day, and I know during everything that's been happening for the past couple of months, it's really easy to fall into that, because you know, a lot of jobs were let go, or there's more idle time, but you always want to use your time as a way to grow. And if you don't know where to start, the best thing, and I think this is literally the best advice, is to just pollute your mind, just fill every little space with thoughts that might not necessarily be your own. They're audiobooks, they're YouTube videos, podcasts, but they will grow your mind, and you'll notice yourself doing things that actually get you closer to your goals. So anyways, that's basically what my channel is about, making you hopefully become closer to the best version of yourself. So if you like this type of content, subscribe to this channel and like the video, and I will see you in the next one.